Hey everybody, welcome to my top 15 reasons to stack gold and silver. We're going to start from 15 and work our way down to number 1. Number 15 is the historic value. I mean, if you think about how long gold and silver has been around, it's been around way before we were even around, 6,000 years ago. And we've been using this as money for a long, long time. This is a Franklin $50. It's a nice little piece, goes with a set. You can pause it and read it. But the historic value, I just love it. I love going back in history. I've always liked history, and I'm a big history buff. So number 15 for me is the historic value. Number 14, the weight of it. Just the weight and the way it feels in your hand versus other forms of money and currency and stuff like that. You can just feel it. You know what I mean? I absolutely love it. And just the way it, you just know that this is worth something, that you got something in your hands. You know what I mean? I just love it. I love the way it feels. And if you haven't ever, held silver or gold in your hands, a nice piece of chunk of it, I suggest you do it. I'm not talking about an earring or a piece of jewelry, just a nice bar or a round or something like it. You can feel it. But those of you that have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So number 14, the weight of it and how it feels in my hands. Number 13, they're precious. That's why we call it precious metals. We stack this stuff because there's not a lot of it. They're not making any more of this stuff. You know what I mean? So it is so, so precious. And that's why it's so, so valuable, because they're not making any more of this stuff. The reason why diamonds are very, very expensive is because it's rare. If we had an asteroid hit the Earth today and it was filled with diamonds, guess what would happen to the price of diamonds? They'd go down. Nobody cared because there's abundance of it. But gold and silver is very, very precious because it's rare. So number 13, it's rare and precious. Number 12, it's a hedge on inflation. Now, historically speaking, if you look at, since 1913, versus, this stuff, silver and gold versus the dollar. As far as inflation goes, this has not only kept up with inflation, but has beat inflation. And the, true definition of inflation is when they expand the currency, right? And the reason why the prices go up on stuff is because the currency is getting printed and expanded. And I'll get into that later on in the video. And like I said before, they're not making this more of this stuff. So I don't even look at stuff in dollars anymore. I look at about how much stuff I can get in ounces. You know what I mean? And you compare back in the early 1900s, 1800s, what you can buy for an ounce of silver or gold, you can still buy that today plus more. So to me, it's definitely important to not only have this stuff, but hold my power of my purchasing power. And inflation is something that's is not good. You know what I mean? So when when your dollar can't carry as much as it used to, or buy as much as it used to, you buy this stuff and you get this stuff to hold your purchasing power. Number 11, it's a physical representation of all our hard work. We work sometimes a lot of hours, a lot of us, and we sometimes do things we don't want to do, But when you have something like this is a piece of all those hours you put in, or all those investments you put in, Your blood, sweat, and tears are all right here. If you get precious metals, gold and silver, it's a representation of everything you went through, man. And when you look at it, you're just like, man, I worked hard, and here's what it is. You know what I mean? Just like when you buy your house or something like that, and whatever you got. But this right here is never destroyed. It can't go anywhere. So number 11, it's a representation of all your hard work. Number 10, I love being part of the stacking community, man. I love it. I love watching the videos. I love meeting new people. I love going to the local coin shops. I just love it, man. I love talking to subscribers, talking to people about it. I just love the community and love learning so much about these precious metals. I can't get enough of it. And like I said, I just started a couple months ago, and this community is great, and it's a small community. You will not believe how many people don't know about precious metal. Of course, everybody knows about gold and silver, but I mean really stacking the bullions and the coins and the bars and all that stuff. People don't know about it. It's a small community, and I'll talk about that later about expanding it. But definitely, number 10 is I love the stack community. Number 9, it helps you to become an investor. You know, it helps you in the game of investing. You start learning more about Wall Street and the Dow Jones and looking at charts and seeing what the price of gold and silver and platinum is, man. And it's just like, wow, one avenue leads you to another, to another, to another. And not only do you learn about investing, but you're actually becoming an investor by buying this stuff. You know, it's incredible, man, how much stuff I've learned about the markets and things like that based on why the prices go up and down. So yeah, number 9 definitely is a key one. Why I stack my metals. It helps me learn how to become an investor. Number 8, it's a savings account. Would you believe that? What's crazy about it is I've always been a good saver, but it's one thing to save fiat currency and stuff like that in cash. And you know, we've all done it. We put money under the mattress or in a safe or in a savings account, but we can always get to it, right? But with precious metals, it not only helped me do that, but once I bought these things, I don't want to give them up. I just don't want to give this stuff up, man. It's helping me become a great saver. It's actually helped me a lot with my self-discipline to not only the first part of actually putting it away and buying this stuff, but not spending it and turning it into cash. You know, that's a big part of life, self-discipline, and I'll make more videos about that. And with this savings account, you can also take this money and buy other assets too later on. But you know, the self-discipline thing, when you buy something today, you're doing stuff for your future. You're doing something today that your future self will thank you for. You know what I mean? So if there's this boat you want to buy or some kind of investment you want to invest in, you take your physical precious metals, turn them into cash, and then buy that rental property or buy that dump truck or that donut shop or whatever you want to buy that can turn into more cash that you can turn around and buy more precious metals. So number 8, it's definitely a great savings account. One of the other reasons, number 7, that I stack gold and silver is because I want others to stack. You know, I want my friends and my loved ones on a micro level to know about this stuff, for they can secure their futures and know what's going on in the world and stuff like that with real money. And I'll get into that later. But you know, I gotta walk the walk if I'm gonna talk the talk. And if I want other people to stack, and on a macro level, I want everybody to stack, I have to stack. And the reason why I want that is because I want, you know, prices of gold and silver to go up, because the more people buy it, the higher the demand is, the less there is of supply, and then the prices will go up. And I'll talk about that later, why I want that. But definitely, this is an important reason why I stack gold and silver, is because I want others to do it too. Continuing on from number 7 is number 6. I want us to go back to the gold and silver standard. Now, for those of you that don't know, in 1971, Richard Nixon took us off the gold standard, our dollars. And what that means is every single dollar that was in print at the time had to be represented by either gold or silver at the time, because that's what, you know, the real stuff is. And I'll get into that a little later. And in 1971, because of all kind of different issues, and I'll get into that in another video, he took us off the gold standard, which allowed us to print as much money as we wanted. You know what I mean? And that right there causes a lot of inflation. So one of the main reasons I stack is because I want us to get back to the real money, you know, the gold and silver. And I want us to get back on the gold and silver standard. And I want everybody to understand how that works. Next, continuing on from number 7, that's why I want to stack and show the world we should stack and what the real money is. So number 6, I want us to go back to a gold and silver standard. Number 5, continuing on that note, I don't have faith in this anymore. I don't have faith in our cash, our paper currency, or our current financial system. I just don't have faith in it. Anytime that you can just print as much as you want, like I said with the diamond situation, if the diamond hit the world or the earth with a asteroid of diamonds, the diamonds price will go down. That's why inflation goes down. That's why gold and silver constantly is going up and holds its purchasing power, and even more than that, because this stuff right here, they're just printing it. Not only are they printing the paper, but they're just writing it in onto the computers, just putting whatever numbers are in. I mean, the trillions of dollars that we're printing out is ridiculous. Right now we're at $26-27 trillion deficit. I don't know if you know how much $1 trillion is, but if you took a stack of $1 bills and stacked them up from the ground all the way up, it would reach the moon. So yeah, that's how much we're printing. So that's one of the main reasons I stack, because I just do not have faith in this stuff anymore. It has a purpose. I have to pay my bills and stuff like that. But the main reason is I use it because I have to. We have to pay bills and stuff like that, like I said. But, I mostly use this to buy gold and silver, and I just do not have faith in this stuff anymore. And I'm not saying the world's going to end, it's going to crash. But like I said on my next one, I'll be ready for it. So number 5, I do not have faith in the paper currency that we have now. Continuing on number 5, number 4, if anything does go down, I will be ready. If you got gold and silver, precious metals and stuff like that, and you have the real money and the system collapses or anything goes on, or a lot of craziness is going on right now, and I'll get into that in a second, we'll be ready. This is why I stack this stuff, because I want to be ready. If I have to live off the land, or they start a whole new economic system or whatever it has you, and that paper is just what it is, it's not worth the paper it's written on, I will be ready. I will be ready if I got gold and silver and precious metals. So that is definitely one of the top reasons why I stack gold and silver, because I want to be ready just in case something goes down. So number 4 is, if anything goes down, I'll be ready. Number 3, I don't trust the powers that be. Now, let me tell you something. I'm an American, and I'm a veteran, and I love my country. I've been all over the world, and there's no country, in my opinion, and no disrespect to any other countries, that's better than the United States. I believe the United States is the best country in the world, and when I say what I'm getting ready to say, I don't mean any disrespect to the United States. I would not rather be in any other country but the United States. But, I'm not going to say the G word, but I just don't trust the powers that be. There's a lot of fishy stuff going on in the world right now, and I just don't trust it, man. I don't trust a lot of stuff going on right now, and that's why number 3 is, I just don't trust what's going on, and I don't trust in the powers to be right now. I just don't know what's going on. There's a lot of things with all the rioting and different viruses and economic collapses and stuff just going on, or talk of economic collapses. Right now, I just do not have faith in the powers to be. I love my country, but that's why I stack gold and silver, because of number 3 of, I don't have faith in the powers to be. Number 2, and this should be number 1, but I'll tell you why number 1 is number 1. But number 2 is, this is for my daughter's future. I stack gold and silver for my daughter's future. I want her to be stable, and I want her to understand that this right here will get you what you want. This is very heavy and chunky, but I'm doing this for my daughter, and also, I know you guys have kids and stuff like that, and they are us. When we're gone, they're our legacy, and I want to make sure their financial situation is secure. That's why we put money to the side for college and stuff like that. I want to make sure that I leave something for her. I want to make sure she has a legacy. That's very, very, very important to me. I've taught her a lot of different things in life, and all that's great. And I'm a firm believer in, if you want to, fish for somebody, or get them to fish. It's better to teach them to fish than to give them the fish. Well, if you can teach them to fish and give it to them and show them how to use it, that's more important to me. So number 2 /1 is definitely I'm doing it for my daughter's future. And number 1, the number 1 reason Jerry stacks gold and silver is because it's real money. Gold and silver are real money. This stuff is not money, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I know people say it doesn't have money written anywhere on it. I don't think this has it either. But the reason why I say that is because this is God's money. I'm not getting all religious on you, I promise, but this right here was made from the earth. This is just paper, okay? You can just feel the difference. If I had $2,000 right here versus this, what this is about worth, this will pale in comparison to this, okay? This is what real money is. This is nothing but fiat currency, and I'll get into that later. But basically, it's like a current, like water, just flows. It goes through. This stays. No fiat currency, paper money, worldwide has ever lasted, okay? They always find a way back home to the real money. This is where it's at, ladies and gentlemen, the real money. And it's so funny that a lot of us, and I'm not talking about the veteran stackers that are on here listening to this, but a lot of people don't understand that, and that's one of the main reasons I don't trust the powers to be, because they don't tell us these things. We have to learn these things on our own, and that's another reason why I don't trust the powers to be. And this is why I stack gold and silver. The number 1 reason I stack gold and silver, because I've always loved money. As a kid, I always was fooled that I thought this was money. Yes, you can spend it. Yes, it's worth something. But the only reason it's worth something is because people believe it's worth something. This was made from the earth. When the earth was created, this was right here was made from the earth. And there's no more of that's being made, period. And that's why I stack gold and silver, ladies and gentlemen, because not this, but this is real money. And as a bonus, for all 15 reasons why I stack, the bonus is it's so much damn fun. It's so much fun for all the reasons I just said, man. I just love it, man. I love going to the coin shops. I love watching videos. I love talking about it. I love holding it. I love money. I love finance. I want to, do something for my kids' futures. I want to be able to buy stuff. I want to hold my inflation. For all those reasons I said, the bonus is I damn love it. And that's why I made this channel, and that's why I'm going to continue talking about this. And I hopefully, if somebody's out there new, even if it's only one person that could spread the word for this, man, and tell people to get yourself some gold and silver, not just for you, but for your future. And I hope that I touch somebody out there and give you the reasons why I stack gold and silver. And I'm not a financial advisor, but why you should stack gold and silver too. All right, guys, let me know what you thought about the video. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Do me a favor. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't like the video, hit the dislike button. Either way is fine with me. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. If you liked it, like I said, do that for me and share the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that, all right? I'll talk to you guys soon, and thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it, guys. Have a good day. Peace and love.